In this video we're going to look at how to work with fractions divided by fractions, and this confuses a lot of people needlessly because it is actually very simple. So hopefully after this video you'll no longer be scared when you see fractions divided by fractions. You'll know how to handle them, there'll be no problem. Okay, so imagine you've got something 1 divided by x over 1 divided by y. If you know what you're doing, this is of course y divided by x. This immediately becomes obvious. You should be able to see this by looking at it. And let's see, how is that the case? So we get 1 over x over 1 over y. This is of course the same as 1 over x divided by 1 over y. This bit here goes up here, this bit here goes across here. See, this is just divide. So the divide sign has just been put in between these two things here. Exactly the same. That is of course the same as 1 over x times y over 1. When you divide, you flip the second fraction. And well, 1 times y is y, x times 1 is x. Simple. There is, of course, an even simpler way. There's a shortcut you can take, which says, say you've got something a divided by b, and then you've got c divided by d. So a divided by b is being divided by c divided by d. You take the second fraction like this, you move it to the top, you flip it upside down, and then you multiply by it. This is the shortcut. So this is the same as a over b times d over c. You see what I've done there? Perhaps make that a capital D on both sides. Just being picky. Okay, I've taken this and I've flipped it and I've put a multiplication in, and that gives us AD over B times C. Nice and simple. Let's try a real world example now. Something that we'd actually have to deal with. It looks really hideous to start with, something like x squared over, say, 9x plus 3. This is pretty much random. 4x over 9x plus 2. Okay, let's take this bit, move it to the top, flip, and multiply. Okay, very simple. So just write this out again, x squared plus 2 over 9x plus 3 times, see we're doing the multiply, and then flip, so the 9x plus 2 is on the top, that was on the bottom, moves to the top when we flip it, over 4x, and then we'll not bother multiplying this out. So this is just x squared plus 2, top times top, 9x plus 2, bottom times bottom, 9x plus 3 times 4x, and that's how you do it. So really just flip the fraction on the bottom and multiply. That's the basic rule, and it follows very simply from the fundamental definition that you get when you're thinking about how to divide fractions. Okay, hopefully this is helpful to you and has demystified fractions divided by fractions, which are really fundamentally very simple. Hopefully this is helpful to you, and thank you for watching.